Matt Mercer and Marisha Ray's D&D Secrets revealed, and Magic the Gathering getting a new Commander video game?
Hot damn!
Welcome to Tabletop News Tuesday, where we break down all the biggest TTRPG and fantasy news stories of the week. Before we dive into our breakdown, please take a minute to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as it really helps our channel keep growing. And then, let's dive into the news.
Issue number 1 is the first issue we're going to talk about.
Matt Mercer and Marisha Ray sat down with GQ to take their couples quiz. And while we learned a lot about the marriage of the two Critical Role stars, we learned even more about their TTRPG history, likes, and dislikes. Besides the fact that Matt Mercer hates raw tomatoes and loves Soulborn games and the book House of Leaves, we learned a lot of his previously unknown TTRPG history. Starting with the fact that Mercer's favorite D&D class is the Bard, which came as a bit of a shock to us. We also found out that of all the miniatures Matt Mercer has painted, the one he is the most proud of is the Dragon King from his Kingdom Death Monster game. We also found out that Matt's first ever D&D character was a militant wizard kit. Remember kits back from 2nd edition D&D? A wizard that also fought with swords so that Matt could be more like Gandalf. Although Matt pointed out that the class was extremely bad and sucked, especially at lower levels, and it also took 3 whole levels of not using your weapons to even change or abandon the class. Good old 2nd edition D&D. Marisha, on the other hand, revealed that she and Matt's favorite game to play together was the classic Stardew Valley video game or board game, and is deep into cottagecore despite killing most of her gardens. There was one D&D class she would want to be in real life. A druid, which does track with Keyleth being her first D&D character on Critical Role. We also found out that Marisha's favorite ever character was Beauregard from the Mighty Nine, because it was basically just a turn to 11 boss bitch version of Marisha. And of course we also learned a lot about Matt and Marisha's marriage, including that Matt's proposal to Marisha came in the form of an escape room / scavenger hunt situation.
To earn that ring.
That's a point. Yeah, jeez Louise. Solve this escape room or we don't get engaged.
Look, I don't set the stakes.
In other Critical Role news, after several sets of Critical Role minis were cancelled by WizKids, more were actually just announced. As right on the heels of the EXU Calamity minis getting cancelled, we're getting 2 more surprisingly niche Critical Role minis from Campaign 2, starting with a Moorbounders miniature, the panther-like mount that the Mighty Nine rode around the Kryn dynasty on, and ending with the Miskath Gorgon, an armored bull that turned Caduceus' family into stone. Both are scheduled to hit shelves in about 6 months, so it seems like the Critical Role line of WizKids minis is still going strong, despite a few bumps in the road lately.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
And finally, Magic the Gathering is looking to create a video game based on their hugely popular Commander format. The 4-player version of Magic the Gathering that has seen the game's popularity surge in the last few years, and roped former players like Matt Mercer back into the game. Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro are looking to create a game based around this multiplayer Magic format, distinctly different than their Magic the Gathering Arena video game, and apparently focused on more, quote, collectability, says Hasbro CEO Chris Cox. And while that focus on collectability part has many fans somewhat concerned about Hasbro turning the game into a potential microtransaction hell, it's still hard to argue with the success the Commander format has seen, even with Wizards of the Coast being forced to take back the format after their fan-based rules committee basically all resigned after being bombarded by death threats just 2 months back. So what will a Commander-based Magic the Gathering video game that is focused more around the collecting aspect of the game than Magic the Gathering Arena look like? Well, apparently we won't have too long to wait, as a version of the game is already being played and tested internally at Wizards and Hasbro right now. So we expect a much more detailed announcement about this Commander's video game to come very early in 2025. And that's all the stories we have for you this upcoming holiday week here in the States. Everybody have an amazing Thanksgiving if you happen to celebrate, and we'll be back with another video tomorrow.